Hello and welcome to Judging by the Cover, where we'll be judging Mortal Kombat Kiss. Mwah. By the cover. Mortal Kombat Kiss Mwah, is a game apparently about some kind of medieval asbestos removal specialist floating through the void of space, one so massive that he can hold an entire Star Destroyer in a single mighty fist, and which he can then use to threaten a very small man. "Oh no, please don't stab me, giant asbestos technician. I'm just a very small man." "Don't worry, very small man. You can use me as a shield." Well, I must say the cover art of Mortal Kombat Kiss Mwah is a big improvement on that of the previous game, Mortal Kombat. God, what a fucking try-hard. It's so cluttered and busy and active and interesting, and it's got two asbestos removal specialists. Anyone would think this was some kind of exciting one-on-one fighting game. Also, there's a skull on the floor going, "Whoa, I can see right up your skirt, mister." Never mind that now. Jesus Christ, I'm on fire. Don't worry, I'll prepare a great big snowball to put the fire out. Thanks, buddy. Here's a Star Destroyer on the end of a chain to get it to me faster. Oh fuck, he's blue screened. I'd better hold down the power button on his face. See, this box art is like the fashion victim who runs around the schoolyard in his fancy clothes, actually talking to people, smiling, doing things, making friendships that will last a lifetime. What a loser. This box art is the cool kid everyone wants to be, dressed all in black and leaning against the shed where they keep the sports equipment, never moving, in case it looks like he gives a shit about something, condemning him as totally lame. He doesn't give a shit about no fancy gradients or bevels for his logo, just plain white text with the circle logo to the left, like it's the first item on a bullet point list that he started making before realising he didn't give enough of a shit to come up with any more items for it. I have a question, comrade connoisseurs of cover confoundery. What exactly is the practical function of these shoulder straps? I don't see no Dora the Explorer backpack on this motherfucker, so it's got to be part of his clothing. You might reasonably think that they're attaching the dingy green top part to the dingy yellow bottom part of his shirt, but those buckles don't seem to be attached to the yellow part, and even if they were, they don't seem to have the little prongs that go in the holes on the strap, nor indeed do the straps have holes for the prongs to go in. Maybe he moonlights as a dog catcher and glues the collars of his most worthy opponents to himself, like what the Predator does with skulls. So let's let our gaze slide down the straps like the disbelieving hand of a grieving dog owner, briefly exchange nods with their colleague Mr. Wriststrap, move back up along the middle of chest nonsense, past the curious dual collar arrangement that he wears to memorialise the time he brought down Big Fido and his mate, until we finally get to the mask. An essential piece of kit for any asbestos removal specialist, but this one is a rather impressive multi-function model. As well as the filter on the sides, it also stores 3 backup noses, in case your real one fucks up. And since it's very hard to keep people calm when their house is full of asbestos, the bottom part has been carved into a lovely reassuring smile. You can get a better look at it from the front view on the back. What a warm expression. Doesn't that just put you right at ease? Let's blurb, bitch. Mortal Kombat Kiss Mwah propels the legendary franchise into the next generation, combining dynamic, cinematic, problematic, panic mechanics, and all-new gameplay to create the most brutal combat ever. This blurb comes across as a bit phlegmatic. It feels like it's being read aloud in a monotone from a PowerPoint presentation. Maybe it's the font or the punctuation. No sentence that incorporates the phrase "most brutal ever" should end with less than 3 exclamation marks. Or would that be giving too much of a shit again? "Who's next?" inquires the tagline, adding some much-needed context to this strange picture. Who's next to have a go with this fire? Because that guy's been playing with it for ages, and someone else should have a turn. "Oh, I was enjoying that." "You selfish git! There's a whole queue of disco Cenobites behind you waiting for their go." These 2 screenshots paint an interesting contrast of moods. Both centrally feature the same character, but in the bottom one, he's awkwardly standing around glancing at the dude on the right like they're in an elevator and he's just divined the source of an air biscuit. And then in the top one, he's getting his face sawn off. To coin a phrase, that escalated quickly. It's the kind of two-image drama that's crying out for some kind of transitionary caption to go in between. Something like, one ill-advised invocation of the smelt-it-dealt-it rule later,